Hello and welcome to another session of Karen's Colours. I'm Dr. Karen and these are my colour conversations. This session is somewhat delayed because I've been on a learning curve. Electronics and I don't necessarily have a good relationship, and that's been proven this weekend because I've tried to do something different. For those of you who've been following my videos, you are aware that I have 3 streams at present, and this video today will be a 4th stream that I'm hoping will take off. For those of you who have subscribed to this channel, I'm truly grateful because your support is the thing that keeps me going. If you have been watching and not subscribed, just hit that little button. It doesn't cost you anything. This session is all about doing a colour reading. Now, colour readings, of course, as I've mentioned in the past, are all about looking at an individual's state of mind, their state of play in the real world. But colour readings can also occur as a result of using cards and a little bit of psychic energy, and read very similar to those cards that we use in the tarot or for other types of divination processes. In this video, I am going to be looking at the month of February, and I'll be looking at it through the lens of each person's birth month. I truly would appreciate some comments. If you find these are of absolutely no use to you whatsoever, I'd like to know that just as much as if they have been helpful to you in negotiating the month of February. Your results are the things that are going to make me decide whether or not to keep this stream going. So as I said, it's an experiment. Let's get started. This is a reading for the month of February for those people born in July. What will February bring for those people born in July? What will February bring for those in July? Past, the present, future, and the underlying energy. Right. There are no combinations here that are repeated, so the colours are different every time. In the past, you have red on pink. In the present, you have green on yellow. The future, or the end of February for those people born in July, is purple on grey, and the underlying energy is cyan on orange. So let's look at these in detail. Leading into February, those people born in July will have had a sense of vulnerability and also rage. They are upset about their inability to do things to change whatever the status quo is within their lives. It's like you cannot do anything about what has happened in the past, and now you simply need to wait for whatever it is to carry through into your future. Red and pink often signify a pregnancy of some sort. So it's a period of time in which something has happened, some new project, some new life, some new aim or goal in life has begun, but it is still very, very minor. It still needs a great deal of nurturing. And in the real world, you are the protector. It is up to you to determine whether or not this little thing in your life that you have begun will in fact grow and develop into a living, breathing, either organism, if it happens to be a real pregnancy, or a real project that will have some sort of benefit for you in the long run. The red in the real world, however, is always a warning. It's a warning to not overdo things. And in the past, you have had a tendency to do exactly that. You allow your emotional states, you allow your passions to rule whatever it is that is going on inside. And often this is a bit of a disguise. You want people to think that you are tough and strong and able to manage anything, but inside you're actually quite vulnerable. For those people born in July, the middle of February will bring with it a great deal of potential challenge to their ideas and also to their values. Yellow internally is always associated with the ability somehow or other to change your mind, to learn something new, to get a different perspective on issues. In the real world, the green is all about having to try out new things, but also having to have your values challenged. So green and yellow together are all about taking a chance. Is this new information vital for my well-being? And if so, should I change my beliefs about something? Or is this something where I'm just going to let that particular opportunity go by because I am too fearful of what the consequences might be? It's a very important opportunity here that is being offered in the middle of the month to those of you who are born in July. But it also has the potential for being quite a fearful opportunity. Do you want to take it on? The future for whatever your decisions are made here will come down to being massively disruptive. And the disruption in your life is associated with a great deal of confusion and an inability to see clearly what it is that is happening and what you need to do in order to deal with these massive changes that are taking place. Grey is always uncertainty, and when that uncertainty exists inside yourself, it means that you're in many different minds, not just two minds. You cannot make a decision, but in the real world, things are changing so rapidly that you need to make a decision about anything, about something, just simply so that you can negotiate how to deal with those particular changes. But the underlying energy that is preventing this from happening here is cyan and orange. There is a distinct lack of confidence in your ability to make the world peaceful and joyful again for you. Life has been disrupted here. It's been massively disrupted. And in February, that disruption is one that is going to cause you a great deal of nightmarish type of activity in the real world. You're not going to find yourself sleeping very well. And as a result of that, the changes that have to be made, the disruptions that are occurring in your life will cause you even more confusion than they normally would. Because normally you are very easily able to determine what you want because you've got good values and how to go about getting it because you have the knowledge and experience internally to be able to guide you through. But this situation is not one that you are familiar with or are able to manage easily. So how do we get this confidence internally in order to be able to create the peace and calm and happiness that you're looking for in the real world? For that, we need to look at the colours that are missing from this reading. Well, for a start, there's no black. There is no white. You have red. You have yellow. You have green. There is no blue as such. There's no brown. You have orange. You have grey. You have purple. You have pink and cyan. So in your case, there are only 4 skills that are missing from your life. Brown is all about the ability to determine what sort of life that you want and the ability to set those goals in motion. It needs a plan. It needs practical skills to take you where you need to go. Blue is all about actually doing the hard graft, doing the work that is necessary in order to maintain the equilibrium of everyday life. Black and white are encompassed within the grey that you have here in the future that's coming up. But whereas this is uncertainty, black is all about receding, going inwards, away from the issues and waiting for some sort of inspiration to hit, whereas white is all about going outwards into the world and seeking your inspiration there. So how do we do that? How do we incorporate those colours into your repertoire? Well, you need to choose which of those four is the most appealing and which is the least appealing, and put those colours into your everyday life. Whatever the combination is that you eventually choose, you will need to put those into your life on a daily basis. And in that daily basis, you will enable yourself to get to the stage where the courage that you already have internally but haven't been using, and the peace and quiet and the harmonious life in the real world that you are seeking will come out of the chaos that erupts as a result of this unplanned, but nevertheless very important, new life that you have created as a result of thinking about how you're going to change and take advantage of new opportunities that come towards you. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little foray into the month of February for your birth month. If you found it useful or insightful, please leave a comment below. If you found it totally useless, also, please leave a comment below. I'd be very interested to hear what you have to say on the topic. In the meantime, may your life be filled with colour and a lot less in the way of electronic disasters, such as the ones I've had this month coming into February. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.